Hello, everybody. It's December 3rd of 25, and I just kind of thought I'd finally, at least for a few minutes, just kind of show my little 97, my little D21, my hard body. I love this truck. I've had it for several years, 6 years, I think. But I've had many, many Nissans over the years. I've been around a very long time with trucking through the 90s and the 2000s and the whole mini trucking scene. So I've done the airbags, I've done a whole lot of stuff. This is my 17th Nissan. I've had everything from hard bodies, Pathfinders, the Pathfinders WD-21 and the WD-22, which is Xterra Supercharged. I've had three of those. I've had the R50 Pathfinder. I've had Frontier. I bought a brand new Frontier, actually. That's this one right here in the, I'm going to put a picture right here. I even bagged that truck. That was a 2004 crew cab long bed. Loved that little truck. It was awesome. The rear end in that truck was I got that from a 86 Mazda Sundowner, which is basically a Ford Ranger, if you remember that truck. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling here on the tangent. This is my truck, my 97. I've done some work to this truck. First off, those stripes are going to go away pretty soon. They're about 3.5 years old. That red is no longer red. It's more of a maroon. And it's faded and it's not nice anymore. It's not pretty anymore. It was pretty when it was new. Yeah, and I'm also finally going to do the 4x conversion, the 4x fenders, the Pathfinder fenders. I've had those for about a year on the wall. I just haven't done the conversion. I'll need to cut those and then squirt them to match the white of the truck. The truck was resprayed about 4 years ago, I think. So it still looks really nice. The paint's really nice. I just got done cleaning it up. There's some stuff I use here and there to clean up my truck. So for Cyber Monday, today's December 3rd, and this past Monday, the December 1st, was Cyber Monday, and I took the liberty of buying myself, finally, the Toyota front bumper, the 4x4 1995 Toyota bumper, and I was really trying to find the chrome balance. I was not able to, but I bought one in black, so I figured whatever. The black one at least match my mirrors. Oh, check it out, the mirrors. So, I wonder if anybody else has mirrors like mine. Once again, I've been around a long time. I'm a fabricator. I weld. I do everything. Check this out. Full power mirrors, heated mirrors, and turn signals. Let me know if anybody else has done this. These are not direct bolt-on, so you know. You have to cut, you have to weld aluminum actually. The cage inside those mirrors are aluminum. So, all this stuff you have to do to make everything fit. If you want to do something that's unique to your car, your truck, whatever it may be. So, let me turn that off. And also, black leather seats. This one is full power. This one is not. They are both heated seats. I put the switches here, right there. Driver's side heat, low heat, high heat. Passenger, low heat, high heat. So, yeah, and full power. See, check it out, full power. You will have to, depending on the seats you get, these are 2006 Honda Accord EX. Black leather seats, love them. I love the bolsters, really comfortable. They really, really hug you. However, you do need to cut your floor. I had to cut the floor, modify it, replate everything, weld it all up, seam seal it, and then paint it white, and then all that good stuff. So it's a ton of work, but that's what you got to do if you want to have what you want to have. The wheels, 18x7. These are 2013 Tacoma TRD Sport, 18x7.5. I love these because the face is really, really forward. Very positive offset. And there goes my brake caliper right there. That is painted Xterra gray. The Xterra Supercharged came with these special 17s, and that is the gray from the Xterra. And likewise, I did the same thing to the drums in the back. Yeah, love these wheels. And the tire size is 225/40. Where it is right there. Sorry, 225/45. And that keeps the 26.5-inch factory height that this truck had. So let's go into the inside. This is all LED everything, because you have to, you know. Oh, I didn't even show the lights. Well, I showed the signals, but there goes the lights right there. It's got the halos. Love these lights. I also have these yellow lights there, and then headlights I won't bother turning on, because who hasn't seen headlights? You see headlights there. Okay, check it out. So this is the biggest mod that I've done lately. I love this mod. I don't know of anyone that has done it, but I finished this last weekend. You know your hardbody has the stereo way down here. That's way too low. The HVAC controls are up here, right next to the AC button. There's my AC button right there. One day, like 2 weeks ago, I just kind of rolled in home from work, and I'm like, I don't like this. And I just kind of started taking my dash apart, and yeah, I got to kind of thinking, can I do this swap? Can it be done? And sure enough, little by little, it got done. But it did take a lot of work. Being very honest, this is an advanced mod. It looks so simple to just kind of flip them. One over there, simple. Turn them around, but it isn't. So to start, I guess to start, I should tell you, inside here, if you haven't taken apart one of these dashboards, there's a cage in there. Everything inside is a cage. It's a metal cage. It goes like this. It kind of tapers down, just like as you see here on the plastics, it tapers down. So likewise, you have a cage in there. Up here, you have more space than you do down here. This HVAC control is more free up here because it has more room. Down here, you have less room, so you have to make room for the cables back there. This is a cable, this is a cable, this is a cable, and this one is an electric switch that's back there. This has no cable. These are fine, barely, but they're fine. This one, you'll need to make room on the cage. Inside here, there's a metal cage, and you'll need to do, I'm stuttering here. You'll need to do some metal work on that cage, and that's this video right here. So this is the hardest part of this mod, besides all the fabricating of plastic, all the modification. Like here's the control panel for the HVAC, of course with all the buttons on there, with all the levers and cables connected. So this is it raw. I had to fab new tabs and plastic weld them in to fit their new home, which is these two right here. So they fit there perfectly. I'm not worried about that. That's done. The hardest part is going to be metal fab. So you're going to have to cut here on the right side of the cage only, not the left side, because right here on the control panel you have two upper cables, and on the bottom side you have one. So this one is for that one lower one because it's going to sit much lower. That cable, it's this one right here. That cable is going to have to go in further here to be able to reach its location. With the cage as it is, it's too far and it won't allow you to mount it correctly. So you've got a notch here. So what I did now was I burned that in with plasma, then I cleaned it up with the burr, and yeah, this is going to get welded right there. So I cut a section of pipe that's going to get welded right there to keep the reinforcement, and yeah, so that's that part right there. So let's do some welding, and then that's it. Then I'll button everything up, and we have plenty of space for the bottom cable. Top cables are not a problem, and radio's all done too, so yeah. All right, and when you're done, it should look something like this. So weld it on the outside here, and then weld it on the inside also. And see why I cut the pipe at an angle? Because it's going to shoot down this way toward the little control box that goes there. So that's ready to button up. Put everything back now. You don't have to paint. The cage is not painted because it doesn't really see weather. Unless you want to. You could just give it a squirt, you know, but you don't have to paint it. So see how that falls right there? Because otherwise it's way too far out and it will not reach the control panel, which is right here. So you got to make sure you do the notch. That way it goes in comfortably, and then you're going to reassemble everything. So that's that. But once you get done with all that, it's pretty straightforward. Then you get onto the stereo. Stereo, you'll need to do some plastic welding, Relocating, of course, you'll need to make this faceplate. I made that. This was the second attempt because the first one wasn't as perfect as it could have been. And also the position of how forward it is, how back it is, and the pitch of the stereo. You are building this from scratch, so you'll need to find the pitch, and as well as how far forward, how far back your new tabs are going to be. Once that's done, then you're kind of golden. Then you'll just need to extend some wires, and that's this video right here. All right, almost all reassembled. This is in place. Now loading the stereo up. You will need to stretch some lines. I added about 7 inches to this one that goes to the four-ways. That's your emergency lights, the four-way flashers. And this one is the dimmer. 7 inches, 7 inches. And this one I added about 4 inches to it. So you're gonna have to do some soldering and then put the nice jackets on there, make sure everything's protected. You're gonna need these longer. These need to be longer because they're gonna go over the new radio. It's gonna be up high now and plug in to where they go. It's gonna be on top of the radio. So you need these a little bit longer, and this one needs to be a little longer so you can actually plug it in, because as it is, it's like right there. So you had to stretch that out to make a comfortable plug. All right, and now after you get done with cutting your cage, modifying your cage, extending those 3 cables, then you should be good to just kind of bolt everything up. It is kind of a pain in the ass to get these cables reconnected, just a little bit, not that bad. But once you do, it's like a glorious moment when you know that you've sat it in where it should be and it fits. You put the panels back in, you put the cover back in, and everything fits perfect, and it's wonderful, and I love it. So here we go, check it out. Open the switch up, and stereo should come on right now. Right on.
Cash out anytime, right? Your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon.
Pretty simple stereo. Simple Kenwood, simple single din. Regular speakers in the front, regular speakers in the back, and I've got this little 8-inch sub back there. Just good enough for this little truck. That's plenty. At least for me it is. It's fine. I don't need any crazy stereo system. It's just fine for me. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, also for Cyber Monday, besides my Toyota bumper, I ordered a 9-inch 2K something Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I'm gonna turn off the music. I don't want to, I guess you're not supposed to play other people's music without paying them. I ordered one of those stereos that has the screen and it's adjustable, and it's going to be awesome. So excited for that. And this I might have to move. This is only on with sticky tape. It's a RAM mount, and I love it. It's only on with sticky tape. No drilling, nothing like that. That's where I hold my phone. And yeah, so it should be awesome. It should be just big enough to clear just under the vents and above the ashtray. So should be just right. According to the measurements on the package, on the thing, 5-inch tall and 9-inch across, I think 9.1, something like that. So it should be just right. So, oh, and check it out, my buttons. I didn't mention this. If you notice, if you're detailed on how well you know your truck, the 4-way flasher button was here. I moved it over here. The dimmer was over here. I moved it over here. Reason why I left these two open spaces here is because I also ordered the power window kit. So those crank windows are going to be no more. And I will be putting the driver switch right here, driver window, and passenger window right there. So that's something else coming up for this little truck. So right on, good times. So love my little truck, and also my shifter kind of Z-notched also. So actually, I think I'm going to do it again because I actually do want it a little bit closer this way. I'm not that tall. I'm not the tallest guy. I'm a 6-footer. And I love the king cab because the king cab, you could have the seats all the way back. And especially with these Honda seats, the track is so much more. It's about 4 inches more travel than the factory Nissan buckets were. So I love that I could go all the way back. And once again, like I said, these are power seats. They go forward. And also the back goes back, and then I've got heated seats. Switches are right here. Passenger switch, low, high, driver switch, low, high. Heated seats, power, awesome, love it. But yeah, right on. All right, cool. I think that's it for now, and I don't want to make this video too long, but there's my little truck. Oh, my bed box too. I modified my bed box also, because when I bought it, it was way too low. It was about 1 3/4 inches lower. I couldn't stuff a ladder under there and then close the gate. I had to have the ladder hitting right here and then over the gate. So what I did was I cut it and then bought some aluminum plate, welded that up. Now a ladder fits perfectly under, and I love it because I'm still a worker. I still use my truck like a truck. So right on. Good times.